So here's what to expect for this very foundational and grounding meditation. I'm going to lead you through a few simple movements which not only can prepare the body for stillness, but also start to create a sense of calm in the body and mind. And then I'm going to lead you through a breath skill, and probably with 15 to 10 minutes left on the clock, we will sit or lie down in stillness. So you're not going to be left alone in your mind for very long. I am going to be offering you guidance along the way. This might be a really nice meditation to receive from a chair. So if you feel at all that sitting on bolsters or being on the floor, supported on the floor at all, will be problematic for your focus or your comfort, I highly recommend pulling over a chair, because even the preparatory movements that I'm going to be offering you are perfect from a chair as well. So make your choice, gather what you need, make sure you're in a private spot, and we will get started with this grounding meditation. And because we're going to be at some point in our meditation connecting to our body's connection to the floor, the way that we connect to the floor is often with our feet. So we're going to start by warming up our feet. So whether you're in a chair or on the ground, straighten the legs out in front of you or just extend the legs out in front of you. Your knees can be bent. And we'll start by making circles with your ankles or your wrists. Ankles and wrists. And see if you can make these circles with your ankles and wrists in unison with one another. It's your first point of focus here. And you can start to deepen your breath when that feels right. And if possible, that's in through the nose and out through the nose. And switch directions of the circles that you're making with your ankles and your wrists. And then some flexing and extending of both ankles and wrists as well. So still warming up the joints of ankles and wrists, but just in a different way. And we can really spread the toes and the fingers as well, and then make fists with both the fingers and the toes. Good. And then whether you're in a chair or sitting on something on the ground, we will extend and bend each knee just a few times. You can start by making this movement mindful. You might even have your eyes closed to notice what it feels like to bend and extend each knee. No judgment, just noticing. And then with both legs out in front of you, just pause to notice how your feet and your knees feel. And then some subtle movement, one leg at a time. Just drop the knee from side to side. So it's like you're moving that thigh bone around in its insertion point there. So just rotating the leg in and out. You can start with one leg at a time. Make sure you're always moving in a pain-free range of motion when you're warming the joints. And then opposite side. And then both knees at the same time. So you can start to slow this down so it looks more like our windshield wiper movements that we do. breath might be deepening, lengthening your exhalations. And then bend both knees out in front of you again. If you're in a chair, feet are flat on the ground, knees are bent. Just place your hands on your knees. Seated cat and cow. Start with an inhale. Open up across the chest. Kiss the shoulder blades. Maybe lift the chin. And then exhale, round, chin towards chest. And now you can start to move in time with your breath. Let your mind get used to focusing on an object of attention by focusing on matching your breath and movements. End of the movement, end of the inhale. End of the movement, then end of the exhale. And we'll add on some arms if that feels okay. Cactus arms when you open, notice, feel. And then exhale, give yourself a hug. Chin to chest. A few more rounds. At the center point of your sits bones here, stretch. And rolling back, only if that feels okay for your back body. Last time. Give the shoulders a roll, one at a time. And finally, the neck. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take a breath in and out. And lift the head back to neutral. Feel. And then drop left ear to left shoulder. And back to center. We'll do that one more time each side. Good. Then give the arms a shake and give the feet a few taps on the ground. And then begin to build your seat. You could absolutely lie down for this meditation as well, if it's going to be too distracting to sit up. If you're seated in a chair, your feet are flat on the ground, palms face down on your thighs and your lap, somewhere that's comfortable. Chin and ears and shoulders back. Whether you're supine or upright, let the spine be long. Eyes can be closed if that's comfortable. Some people like to foster a simple, soft, steady gaze. That's also fine. Whatever works for you. And right away, bring your awareness into the soles of your feet. We created a bit of sensation there by tapping the soles of the feet. Let yourself get really curious about the sensations of both of your feet at the same time. As if you are just noticing that your feet have sensations for the first time. I invite you to be curious and simply noticing temperature, any texture, any sensation like pulsation, vibration. sensation that you might feel around the feet. Please continue to notice both of your feet at the same time. And if your feet are flat on the ground, notice the relationship between your feet and the floor. Just notice. And begin to notice sensations of your feet and your legs at the same time. Ankles, shins, calves. Check in with knees, front and back of thighs. Full sensations of legs and feet. Just feel. And then notice the relationship between your body and whatever you're resting on. And can you let your body settle in to that support? And then feel the rebound of length from sinking into stability. Notice your breathing. As you've lengthened your spine, imagine that you've made more space to breathe, more space for the breath to flow. And watch the breath flow. And choose to feel and see your inhalations sweeping up the length of your spine from the ground to the crown of the head. And imagine your exhalations moving down the length of your central channel from the crown of your head towards the base of your spine, towards the ground, all the way down to your feet, perhaps. For the next few moments, do your best to feel and see the breath moving up the entire length of your body when you inhale, and washing down the whole length of your body as you exhale, where you will once again feel the connection between your body and ground. As you inhale, there might be a subtle lengthening here. And we keep all of that spaciousness as we exhale. And we allow the exhale to drop all the way down to the base of the body, into the feet perhaps, beyond the body into the ground. And for the next few breaths, allow the exhalation to soften any residual tension that you might be holding in the forehead or around the eyes, the jaw, the tongue, the shoulders, the fingers. View the descending exhalation as this wash of relaxation that you can receive. The breath can be soft and smooth and thread-like. See if you can watch it slide up and down the central column of the body. See if you can watch the inhale gently rise. And watch that smooth but lengthy exhalation descend. And let's continue to follow those directions with our minds, knowing that it's okay if the mind wanders away from this focal point. We can just compassionately gather it back. And anything that comes up that is a distraction, we have the ability to say, right now, I'm practicing. For now, I'm in practice. So you can just come back. Let's focus on the direction of the breath here. And what you may start to notice is that there's a natural pause at the end of the exhalation. And at that natural pause is your awareness at the base of the body. Have you followed that exhalation down to the contact points between your body and the chair, your body and the ground? Begin to allow your awareness to settle into that connection point. Everywhere where you feel connection to ground, scan that with your awareness. Let your awareness settle there at the end of every exhalation. Again, the breath is easy, it's smooth, it's natural. There's no holding of the breath. This might be just a very brief moment of settling your awareness. But continue like that, observing the breath rising in the body as you inhale, and observing your exhalation descending, and let your awareness descend, feeling the areas where your body is connected to ground, connected to a chair or a bolster, and also include the connection of the palms of your hands with the warmth of your body. You might be noticing sensations in fingertips. And each time that your awareness descends to all of the sensation in the feet and the legs and the hands, the entire lower body, there's more sensation there to observe. That's all we're invited to do here, is simply observe. And we'll stay here with this technique now for the next several moments. invite you to let that breath technique go and widen your awareness to feel full body sensation. Just for a moment here, feel full body sensation, just observing. Feel sensation of the whole body. And as a closing thought, just notice how this lands. In this moment, all is well and I am safe. Or in this moment, everything's okay. A grounding practice like this one can help us arrive in the here and now, and often in the here and now, when our mind is not moving into what's next or what could have been, in this moment, everything's okay. So just see if you can receive that. You can keep your hands where they are to close your practice and just gently bow in thanks for this time. You can place right hand then left at the center of the heart. Sometimes it's nice to close with gratitude, or just continue to keep trying on this thought in this moment. All is well. Thank you so much for sharing a few moments in a grounding meditation with me.